Left girl with $80 bar tab after being a dissociated twit. When I was single and dating in a large major US city, I met up with a girl at a bar for drinks after she and I met on a dating app and she expressed interest. I come from the traditional school of dating protocol, so I tend to assume that my job as the man is to make sure my date feels safe and has a good time, regardless of whether or not we have chemistry or it leads to things. It's like, we both made the effort to get dressed up, look nice, come out, give each other a chance. If it doesn't exactly work out, you want to respect that someone accepted your invitation and tried. Except for this vapid moral monstrosity. We get a table, I try to open things up but she sits there texting for 5 minutes while we're waiting for our order, occasional apologies but basically just not looking at me and attention span of a gnat. We start talking finally and then she starts answering her buzzing phone again. I'm trying to joke about it at first and then it just gets painfully awkward. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you even see yourself? I have value too. We get our drinks, I try to restart the conversation. I make a low-level joke about how I'm going to throw it out the window. She doesn't take the hint. I order us 2 more drinks and a nap and then I realize I'm miserable. I down my drink and hit the loo. On my way out, the little gremlin in my head says, if she's still on her phone when you come out, you're done. She is. I look the other way and there's a service door open behind the kitchen. I turn right instead of left and exit into the sweet, sweet air of freedom. 30 minutes later she texts, did you leave? Guess I should have texted. Edit. Wow, obviously I touched a nerve. Who knew? Regarding how I should have paid my half or talked to the server or something. Okay, I take your point, but it was kind of a spur of the moment decision and I assumed she would pay. I didn't think of it as dine and dash, I thought of it as you assumed I would pay, and I would have, but you overplayed your hand so now I assuming you will pay. What she did, I don't know, but to the people calling it theft, I think you're reaching. 30 minutes later lol. The fact that it took her half an hour to check if you left shows just how little she cared about your presence. Guess I should have texted, killer line. Should have told her you needed another 30. Should have responded with I left because you didn't show up. She was there to get a free dinner, that's all. And you played the reverse card. Well done. Works for me. There's a service door open behind the kitchen. Coulda left through the front door, she wouldn't have noticed. I think it's safe to say she wasn't the one. Petty revenge best served via unsent text. Too bad people can't leave date reviews on those dating apps too. On the other hand, a male friend went on a date from one of those dating apps and his date had a questionnaire packet, not just a couple questions. She was not there to waste her time, she said. Her questions ran from how many kids he expected, how many days in week does he expect sex, and she would not be having sex on certain days, like Thursday, does he cook? How does he plan to divide household chores, childcare? She had a list of her rules and expectations. He said he couldn't see how any human could live with her. Reply back, are you sure that was me? I don't believe we've met yet. Good on you, she deserved it. I would have been confrontational if this is a hangout and not a date. I can split the bill because I'm here to take you out, not your phone. I've done the same. Date who wouldn't stop texting. Cared little for chatting. I said I was going to the restroom, paid for my single beer and bailed, got a text 20 minutes later. Blocked. Sounds like she was in it for free drinks and a meal. Well done, sir. If you don't get attention, leave. Good on you for respecting yourself, king. If you called her out, she would have gotten pissed at you and walked out, leaving you with the bill based on her behavior so far. Seems fine. Feels like she is the type that matches with people literally to get fed and boozed up for free all the time. She wanted a free meal. Not the asshole. She just wanted a simp to pay for her drinks while she set up the after party with someone else. Well played. Man, this is the perfect petty revenge post. No major plot holes, not too long, and actual petty revenge takes place. Solid story, thanks for sharing. I had a GF who did this when we were out to dinner with my parents. First time she met them, and she was on her phone the entire time. Nothing important, of course. That sucks, man, but better left than dread. To make up for it, you should date yourself and have a unite. So most of it is bad on her part. That being said, I feel like I have never came back to a table and not have the person on the phone. If there was a time for them to be on the phone, it's then. Did you expect her to stare at the restroom watching when you come back? She wasn't there to date you, she was there for a free meal and drinks. She just wanted someone to buy her drinks and food. You made the right call. My guess is her phone was running out of juice and she was ready to wrap up the date. Then noticed Topi was missing. Yes, good on you. Maybe she will be more respectful next time. Only thing that could have made this better would have been to reply, yeah? I did tell you I was going. I would have answered with yes. Apparently you left the date a long time ago on your phone, so I left too. Not the asshole. Dated a dude like this. He wasn't always like that, but it was bad enough toward the end that some man 2 tables over cleared his throat to get his attention. You dodged a bullet. This happened once at a pub in Toronto. Girl ordered half a dozen drinks, wasted tons of food and then said thanks for covering. Most guys are greedy assholes. I had never been so aghast, nor unattracted to a date who went from being very easy on the eyes to looking like a crackhead. I paid for my meal and drink, one of her meals and drinks, and was met with a shrieking fit over not being decent. I told the pub to just make a tab for her instead of calling the police, which they almost did, then left. I doubt she ever paid that tab. As a restaurant manager, we see this happen a lot. Unfortunately, when this happens, the other person dips as well, costing the restaurant and the service staff potential opportunity of making their money for the evening. In the future, feel free to pull your server to the side and tab out for your portion, that way your poor dating experience is not taken out on anyone else. Servers see these dates often and can help you process your way out of a date quickly. She was very likely there to get free food, drinks. You reverse UNO'd her. God, I can't wait for the day that I have a reason to call someone a vapid moral monstrosity. Stealing the shit out of that one, op. Yet another self-absorbed woman who takes on dates for a free meal. Doesn't know how to enjoy her own company, so has to constantly text. Personality is probably her makeup. You dodged a bullet. I would have paid my portion on the way out, and when she texted did I leave, I would have said yeah, I mentioned it to you, but it looks like you were a bit more engaged with your phone, so maybe you didn't hear me. She just wanted free drinks. Sometimes women go out for dinner with a guy because they are interested in them. Other times, women go out for dinner with a guy because they are hungry. It took her 30 minutes to realize you left. That would have been 30 minutes of you being ignored at the table. Bullet dodged.